Hello everybody. Welcome back to the Wealth Companion. We are back with a new video to help you master your money and build your wealth. Please do support us by subscribing this channel. So let's get started now. A friend of mine recently wanted to know why retirement planning is important. Perhaps you've pondered the same question. My friend is well educated and financially successful, yet he hadn't taken the time to plan out one of the most expensive decisions in his life, enjoying retirement for years and decades without running out of money. Retirement can last a lot longer than you think. According to the recent reports, a 60-year-old man today will live past his 85th birthday. It's entirely possible that your post-career phase may last 25 to 30 years or even more. The retirement planning will ensure the availability of the required fund when it's time to retire. Retirement planning is important because it can help you avoid running out of money in retirement. Your plan can help you calculate what is the required corpus, the rate of return you need on your investments. When we say retirement planning, it starts with the estimation of how much retirement corpus will be necessary for an individual to lead a desired retirement life. It also means knowing how much monthly savings will be necessary to build the estimated retirement corpus. How much risk you should take. Savings alone will not be enough, investment must be practiced along with it. And finally, it may also inform you on how much income you can safely withdraw from your portfolio. There are a few key questions which must be answered in the process of planning retirements. When you want to retire, it is usually the first question. This is important because the further away is the retirement date, easier and more flexible will be the path to build the corpus. When goal is far, even smaller monthly investments can build a given corpus. This may also allow you to invest in more aggressive assets to achieve your goal. We must also assess how long the retirement corpus must last. People who are expected to live longer after retirement will need a bigger retirement corpus. Remember, we mentioned earlier reports suggest retirement years could last 25 to 30 years or even more. What will be expenses after retirement? We should also consider inflation rate and try to project inflation-adjusted expenses. What I generally prefer is estimate inflation in terms of items you expect to consume, and not merely government-published numbers. However, 6 to 7% is generally a good estimate to begin with. It is important to estimate a healthy withdrawal rate. We will also talk about 4% rule later in this video. People often overestimate or underestimate this requirement. What is size of your current portfolio? Check the current balance in accounts like fixed deposits, EPF, PPF, NPS, mutual funds, etc. Where to invest retirement corpus is the next question. One must focus on regular income generation. Once the focus is right, the next attention point must be on risk appetite, return and diversification of investments. Let's see all this with the help of an example. Assumptions play a very critical role in estimating retirement corpus size. Let's say our friend Raj wants to plan his retirement. His current age is 35. Raj have already saved Rs 20 lakh in his retirement savings, including EPF, PPF, mutual funds and fixed deposits. He spends about 1 lakh a month, which is about 12 lakh per year. We are assuming he would like his annual retirement spending to remain same, in today's rupee. Raj is expected to retire at the age of 60. And has a life expectancy of about 88 years. Which means he is expected to have 28 years of post-retirement period. We are assuming he would be able to achieve 11% pre-retirement investment return. However, once Raj retires, he would go a bit more conservative and expected to earn about 5% on the post-retirement investment return. That is, merely to cover cost of inflation. He has no pension plan and is on his own post-retirement. We also would like to plan for some ad hoc expenses, for example a car replacement once in 5 years and travel once in 3 to 4 years. There are a number of free retirement calculator tools available online. I would encourage you to explore. Example, you may want to see the impact of waiting 1 year to start saving. Just modify your current age. Or maybe you want to see the impact of inflation being just 1% higher or lower, make the change. It's impossible to know what's going to happen in the future, but you can use online tools or calculator to evaluate how slight modifications will impact your required savings and build flexibility in your plan. Let's see how Raj's retirement plan looked like. I will let you digest the data on screen. Look at portfolio size and investments you need to make. This is an example and your assumptions, calculations and need may be very different. Since everyone's retirement is unique, so is the path to getting there. Depending on where you are in life, there are certain things you'll want to focus on that may help make the path a little smoother. Whether you've just landed your first job, joined a new company, or have re-entered the workforce after some time off, now is the right time to start saving for retirement. The challenge, however, is that things like living on your own for the first time, adjusting to a new career and income, building an emergency fund, and getting rid of pesky credit card and student loan debt may get in the way of saving for the long-term goal of a satisfying retirement. Finding a way to tackle short-term goals and start saving for retirement at the same time takes some planning and discipline. At this stage, it is vitally important to establish a strong financial foundation. Consider these suggestions. Create a spending plan. Track your expenses and use this information to create a plan for spending money. Your plan should account for monthly and non-monthly expenses. Build an emergency fund. Deposit funds automatically into a savings account until you have at least 3 to 6 months of expenses saved. Pay off debt. Prioritize paying off high-interest debt, generally debt with interest rates greater than 7 to 9% first. Save for retirement. Contribute as much as you can afford to a workplace retirement plan or EPF. Save at least enough to get the full company match, if available. Invest for the long haul. Take advantage of your time horizon. By investing more of your savings in long-term instruments, for example, equities, a mix of multi-cap. Once you have started to save, your income will likely increase, but now you find yourself with competing priorities. Things like buying a home, saving for your kids' college education, and caring for loved ones will enter the picture and affect your budget and savings. With all this going on, it might feel easier to hit the pause button on saving for your retirement, or maybe cut back on how much you have been saving. You can borrow money for a lot of expenses in life, but retirement isn't one of them. Keep saving for your retirement a top priority. Run a retirement projection. Use a retirement estimator to determine whether you are on track to reach your retirement goal. Estimate your life expectancy. You don't want to outlive your savings, so use a resource to see how long you are estimated to live. Adjust your investment strategy. Review your investment strategy, adjusting for changes in time horizon and tolerance for volatility, not past performance. Manage risk with insurance protection. Protect income in the event of injury, illness, or death, with adequate life and disability insurance coverage. You've come to the point where retirement is just over the horizon. Start evaluating your various income sources, including part-time work, pension benefits, and income from assets such as retirement plans and real estate. It's also a good time to start estimating retirement expenses. You may have paid off your mortgage and other debt, but these expenses may be replaced by healthcare, travel, and other lifestyle expenses. Now more than ever, you'll want to have your budget in place, along with a clear understanding of retirement benefits, and a plan for protecting and distributing retirement assets. Evaluate income sources. Pensions and annuities provide guaranteed lifetime income, while mutual fund, retirement accounts, real estate, and other assets provide income that may fluctuate in value, but might provide a hedge against inflation. Create a distribution strategy. Compare retirement income to expenses to determine how much you can afford to spend without depleting your nest egg too quickly. Preserve your estate. Protect assets with long-term care and umbrella liability insurance, and make sure assets transfer efficiently to loved ones through proper estate planning. You have put your plan into action, and it's time to reap the benefits of your nest egg. Life is forever changing, so be sure not to put your retirement decisions on autopilot. Review your financial plan each year to make sure your nest egg will last. Account for any changes to tax laws, healthcare costs, and other influencers that might impact your savings. Evaluate how your investments have performed and whether you need to make any adjustments to your spending plan. Be sure that you are withdrawing your funds as tax efficiently as possible. Adjust your plan as needed. You may have to retire sooner than expected, or decide that you're not quite ready. Be flexible. Adjusting your lifestyle to changes in health, family, and cash flow. Structure your leisure time. As the saying goes, if we rest, we rust. Decide how, where, and with whom you want to spend your time. Develop new passions. Take a class, volunteer, dust off an old hobby, or start a new one. Leave a legacy. Contact charitable organizations and ask about legacy planning, and prepare an ethical will or legacy letter that lets loved ones know how you wish to be remembered. Well, let me now take a pause. We have merely touched the surface of the subject. There are tons of things I want to speak to you in next videos. Things like the legendary chess and the rice grain story, Compounding interest. Rule of 72, 115, 144. Goal chart. Twin paradox. Cost of procrastination. Inflation impact. Real interest rate. Finding money to save. Rule of 4%. On investment side, investment fundamentals. Investment options and associated risks. Understanding returns. Factors affecting investment returns. Investment strategies, asset allocation. Diversification and averaging. Procrastination and Parkinson's law. Long-term versus short-term goals. Strategies for long-term goals. Few more retirement concepts. Pre- and post-retirement investment options, the elusive pension. Accumulating retirement corpus. Retirement corpus disbursement strategy. The burden of being indebted. Credit information companies and credit scores. Improving credit scores. Debt management ratios. Credit responsibility. And finally, behavioral biases. Financial products and their purpose. Financial products and associated risks. Risk appetite and risk capacity. Okay then, do stay connected. If you like the video and looking forward to the future videos, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let me sign off for today. Happy investing and stay blessed from your own wealth companion.